Hey y'all, how y'all doing? I got my boy Perry up in here today. We gonna talk about some stuff. Perry, what you gotta say before I start? Shout out your channel and let them know what's going on.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Hey, this video is brought to you by Cool Blue Gatorade. That's what I'm drinking today. But no, if you want to hit me up at Perry Sanders at youtube.com, Perry Sanders 007 at Instagram, do it. And let's get into it, Gio. Talk about it.
All right, today y'all we gonna talk about why do man have to be the domestic? I mean not domestic, but why do man have to be the dominant lead in the relationship in other cultures? So I want to know like the thing about Brittany and Yazan. Like I want to touch on that topic today, and also I'm gonna touch on Andrei and Libby, which is AKA Elizabeth. We're gonna talk about that. Like why do he deserve to be the dominant man in the relationship? Like taking over, and he don't got no job, he ain't doing nothing. Elizabeth's the breadwinner, aka Libby. She bringing in all the money. Perry, tell me what you think about this situation, about them two situations.
No, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I'm not even sure. I know like a lot of cultures have it where the men are dominant. It's just their rules and regulations and whatnot. But that's if you're in that country. I can understand that. Most American women ain't gonna go for that.
Yeah.
So when you mix the two, that's when it's like mixing gasoline with fire. You know what I'm saying? You wait for an explosion to happen. So with those two, I don't really know why they let the men do it. Maybe I would simply say maybe they need the man's leadership or something. I don't know.
Yes. Do you believe that Yazan's mother was right for what she said to Brittany?
I think she got a good point. Like, I mean, because like if they've been dating for like a year, they've been dating for a year, and she had been over to visit, and everything's supposed to have been getting serious, like leading up to marriage, right? And I think the mother was just frustrated because when you see somebody, basically, it's like, here's my son. He got this lady in my room, and she's sitting here shooting me a lot of crap, right?
Yeah.
She's just maybe like using them. When a mother get upset, especially when they're dealing with their religion and everything else, she had the right, and I'm sure she probably ran across some of those fan-only videos of her. So, and she was like, hey, do you think, my son, well, basically nobody's going to walk around and think my son is married to I don't know if I even say the word on here, so I'm not going to say it.
You can't say that word.
Trick.
Yeah, so it's like this. It's like this. Brittany was with Yazan for a full year, right? A full entire year.
Mm-hmm.
Why would she all of a sudden out of nowhere just treat him a certain type of way and think that it's okay to bring the alcohol and do the things that she was doing during this season? But I'm pretty sure. Do you believe that she was doing this before?
Yeah, I mean, actually, I think that's the lifestyle she lived. So
now, to my coming to Jordan, excuse me, let me correct what I'm saying. Do you believe that she did that a year before what she's doing now in Jordan?
Maybe not. Maybe not. I'm not sure. Maybe, like first time you're on your best behavior, and then she could have went over there and realized, oh, this place is real boring to me, right? Because with all her stuff, and she said, well, next time I go, I'm taking my juice with me. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I'm taking the alcohol, my juice with me, and it's gonna be lit. Maybe at first she didn't do it, but then she felt like she had the power to do it when she went back over there. You know what I mean? I mean, obviously, she ain't giving that religion no respect. Let's keep it real. So, but he should have known that though. I mean, he talked to the girl. I'm sure they communicate some kind of way. And you can sort of have an idea if somebody's gonna pick up on your religion or try to behave like that. But maybe I think part of him, that's not what he's looking for. He only want her to turn it on in front of his parents.
Yeah, because I kind of was feeling that way. Like he probably wasn't treating her that way. Like he's being two different faces. Like when they're in a hotel or whatever, who's to say if he's acting a certain type of way, and then when he gets around his parents, he's acting like, oh, well, I need to be the dominant man. But to be honest with you, like, does Yazan kind of seem like a dominant type of man role? Like he can play that type of man role with his character, his let alone.
I think so. Remember, I said like I checked him out, and I always felt like something was wrong with him, right? Like he get this crazy stare, "You my baby, you my baby." You know what I'm saying? You know how he get all crazy and stuff. And I think in his country, if he was dealing with somebody over there, then he would just jump right into that role, right? But he's dealing with Brittany, and Brittany is not made of that same kind of cloth. You see what I'm saying? Like some women understand they're going into a different culture and they're willing to sacrifice. I mean, because basically when you do it, that's what you basically doing, just sacrificing, saying, "Hey, I'm gonna go over here and do this. I'm gonna change my culture to be with this person." She's not willing to do that, but the biggest thing about it, I don't think she ever will do it because for him to be shocked from her, I mean, the girl haven't got a divorce. So what would make us think she has the right intentions? You feel me?
True.
I mean, you can't go and want to marry somebody on Nanny Data, Fiance. I mean, just from the title alone, it lets you know that these people plan on getting married. And you got a husband somewhere. It just don't make sense to me.
Yeah, and another thing I was going to touch on was the mom was right about saying, Yazan mom was right somewhat about saying what she said, but I totally can't agree when she said forget your family. That kind of hit. Like when she said you have to forget your family, forget them. Like they're not forgetting their family over there in Jordan, so why does she have to forget her family? That's not right.
So let me ask you this though. Now, could she be coming from a place saying that you got to forget the religion that you in? Maybe she didn't mean family. Like maybe she was saying that in order to be with our son, you have to embrace our culture. You see what I'm saying? Or our religion. Maybe. I'm not sure. Yeah,
but she touched on the topic about her dad saying, oh, you last time you said it was about your dad coming over here, and now is you're waiting for a year. We've been waiting a year, and you might as well forget your family, because she was breaking it down about how you say no baby, but you say no baby, but you're supposed to say yes baby. She was breaking it down to her basically, like you're not supposed to do what you're doing over here, because the women are under dictation of the man. Basically what she was trying to tell her, like women has to be submissive over here towards their man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And probably Brittany in her head, she been over there, to Jordan. I don't know if she already seen that. That's what the scary part is. If she's seen it and she knew it, why would she go over there this time and act out like that? Like it just doesn't make any sense to me.
It is called Nanny Data the other way. Okay. In order to make the money, you have to go the other way. So my take is that she went over there, but she is not, and she got this American thing about her saying that, hey, and she feel like I can go to any country, do what I want to do, and nothing would happen to me only because I'm American, right? So she had no intentions on embracing that culture. And why she go back? Because she has to go back in order to get that check from TLC. In order to stay on the show. If she's not going over there, then there's no show, it's no publicity, it's none of that, right? And let's keep it real. She's only there for one thing only, is to try to be famous. Right? Sure. Now, I think last night we talked about this a little bit. She ain't going about it the right way. Because you know what? I mean, you could be a famous person that everybody like, or you could be a famous trick, if you know what I'm saying. Yes. And that's what she's portraying herself as. If you go out there and represent yourself as the lady of the night, that's what people see. You feel me? And that's what that mother seen. And she kept going through there doing this stuff. And then I'm thinking that's what happened. And the mother just snapped.
That's true, though. That's true. But you ready for us to take some callers? You ready to take some callers?
Why not? We take some.
I'm going to bring up Jasmine and Kathy Jones. I got somebody else that was after them. in the back. So I'm gonna bring them up after I get Kathy Jones.
What's up, Jasmine? What's up, Kat? What's up, people?
Peace and love. What y'all think about this situation? About women being underneath the dictation of men during in a relationship in other cultures?
Well, who you want to go first? Jazz, you can go.
Personally, I understand it, but for the love of God, Yazan, chill yourself out. And by the way, one hand in my face equals the morgue.
Oh,
I'm sorry, I ain't gonna put you in that Michael Blackson joke.
We can't even hear you that well, Jasmine. You pretty low.
Shoot.
Jasmine, where's your mic? Is it close?
Yeah.
We can barely hear you. Can you hear us? No, she can't hear us.
Oh my God, internet wag. Yeah, I can hear y'all.
But we can barely hear you though.
Okay, Kathy Jones, let's see what.
Like I was trying to say.
Jasmine, I'm gonna drop you down, and I'm gonna bring you back up. Try to get some headphones and get that situated, cause we barely can even hear you. Like your volume is like super low. All right.
Okay.
I think Cher Washington.
What's up, people?
It's Sharif.
Cherie, my bad. I'm sorry about that, but
no, you good. But my whole thing about that whole Jasmine, she knew what she was getting into when she went. They both knew, and he like she knew that she needed to be covered up when she go over there. Like you going to a third world country, like you don't like come there that way. I don't know if it was a I don't know if it was like facetious like on either war or like, but it's just like weird. Like first of all, he already seemed aggressive. I would never. That's like with the Andrei and Libby or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just can't understand. Like my father raised me. I don't know my mother, so I think when I stated in the comments with Sherelle, I put in the comment that I don't know my mother, but my father raised me. But he would never have me, you know what I'm saying, going to another country, especially another dominating. Like anything can happen, but this girl, she thinks it's a joke. I think
you said it. I mean,
it's a joke.
She think it's a game.
Brittany's from South Florida, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. We are from South. Well, he's from Barbados, but I'm from South Florida. I'm a city girl in a sense. Listen, all this foolishness is nothing but to get her to become a rapper, to get her to become Instagram famous, and to get her wherever she wants to go.
And they get her killed too.
Yeah, a lot of girls down here, you know, you finagle, you finesse a guy. Finesse is where it comes from down here. You sit up here, you get these guys, you have them pay for your hair, your weave, you take these, you know, cute photos, you make it seem as if though you're living this lavish life, and in reality you're not, just so that you can get to the next bag. Brittany is not on there with this man talking about she's really going to become within their religion, their culture, and she's not doing all that. She's not doing none of that, okay? All it is the finesse is to get to the bag so she can get what she needs to be at. In reality, if it was like to be a domineering type of situation, that's those people culture. I can't go around over there and tell them, oh, well, you can't do this, you can't do that. That's what they've been doing for centuries and years.
Right.
I may not subside to that because I didn't grow up there. So to me, it's like, what do you mean I can't wear shorts and I can't do it? You crazy? But that's because I'm American. So you cannot bring your American views to these people home and then try to dictate what should happen there. That's their culture. That's their religion. You have two options. Either you stay and you participate in it, or you take your behind back to America, back to Florida, and go to hanging out. And
like,
that's it.
If you don't know nothing, Google it. Like that's why we got Google.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
I think it was disrespectful on her part. because I would never like. I was born in South Korea on the army base, on the U.S. Army base. My dad was in the military, and I would never like say if I go to Korea and disrespect them. And I don't know. I know some of my culture, but I don't know everything because I don't. My mother is Korean, and my father is African American. But you know, she knew what she had to do when she was going to Jordan. So wear the hijab and all that. Like, come on, like, what are you doing? And then they will kill you out there.
Mm-hmm.
You think it's bad out here? It's bad over there. But she, like I said, it's a joke for her. She a young girl and she think it's funny.
Yeah, no, I mean, you're definitely right. Like, she definitely knew, and like the whole thing is this: Brittany knows she wouldn't go dressed like that to a church here in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
But
True.
she feel like she can go over there where their culture is way more restricted than here in the States. So she knew, but the problem is, what I'm telling you guys is that she feel like she can do what Brittany want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And at the same time, like I said, she haven't got a divorce. So the only thing she's there for, if you can't be seeking a husband when you already got one.
Mm-hmm.
And if you are, you just a gold digger, right? And basically, she's using it just like everybody's saying, like Cap saying, it's like just for fame. I mean, she's over there just to get this, whatever, and she don't care what backlash, because when you that ignorant to the fact that you got to behave a certain way, that's the way she is. But the sad thing about it, like, she don't care. As long as she gets some pub out of it, she don't care.
The fact that she went off on that other gentleman, the one that Sherelle had brought on, where he was saying like, you know, the despicable Hitler and all this other stuff.
Oh yeah,
To have someone be able to do that type of thing, that tells you who Brittany is as a character. That's who she is.
Mm-hmm.
So if she would be willing to go off on someone, like, I'm not saying like he didn't take your man, he didn't take your money, he didn't take away your livelihood. How do you then turn around and have that much hatred for someone that you don't even know, and you spew that into the world? That tells me more than enough about who you are.
Yes.
No, I agree.
Hey, Kathy Jones, thank you for your input. Stay backstage, and Cherie Washington, y'all stay backstage. I'm gonna bring up 2 more people, and then I'm gonna bring y'all back up. I ain't gonna forget about y'all.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Okay, let's bring up Avalon, Ablavi, and D Brooklyn.
All right, what's up, people?
Hello. What y'all talking about?
Well, you know what we're talking about. Now, you always coming through like
Talking about why do men dominate in the relationship when it comes to culture? Like Brittany, Yazan, like Andrei, and Libby, Usman, and Lisa.
Because you're thinking it lust, not love. So it doesn't matter. You don't see it as going full time, and then you're like, "Oh, I got the opportunity to do a show." So then you got to make it work. I think these relationships were very casual.
Well, yeah. I mean, for the most part, that's exactly what it is. Because they definitely not serious.
Yeah. Well, as far as Brittany goes, this thing is crazy with this woman, little girl, whatever. She acts like a teenager, 26 years old, acting a fool. This is the thing. It has nothing to do with culture and understanding a culture. It's just common decency and respect for other people. How many people go to somebody's house and you got to take off your shoes or something? You know what I mean? You take off your shoes, don't you? Common respect. You know, so this has nothing to do with the culture or her lack of Googling anything. It's just total disrespect for anybody but her and what she got going on.
But
That's all she's about. Me.
But see, D Brooklyn, to me, honestly, I'm asking, why do the man have to dominate over the women? Period. Like, what is that? It has to do with the culture. It has a lot to do with the culture. Like
With
women
culture
don't.
and
that.
tradition, yes. It's
They
more of
like
a
that.
traditional.
Yeah.
So you're telling me the man like it or the women like it?
Both of them, because I'm sure while they may seem progressive, maybe at home they don't want any, they don't want any hassle. They want somebody who does everything for them.
Yeah,
They
but
got
at the
people
same
like that.
time, it's like this. If Brittany running around there, she knew what she was getting herself into. She knew exactly what she was getting herself into dealing with Yazan. And she been with the man for a year. And so for her to just get on TV and act like that, how the way she acting, why would it be lust from the beginning instead of love? Like, you don't think she really was in love with this man at first for a full year? And then all of a sudden she just turned on him?
Never
You don't
was.
No,
think that happened?
I think
I don't think it
Brittany
had nothing to
emotions
do with
were
love.
hurt. Yeah.
You
How
don't think
long?
people wasn't in
How
love?
long before old boy got deported? You know what I mean? Her first husband, her ex or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, she's still married. So how long ago did they separate? Did he get out of the country? How long ago? That is just up to speculation. That could have been 3 months before she was on the show.
Somebody in the comments said 4 years.
4 years. I must have missed that.
Well, I think too, you have to realize these people are actors. And see, that's the part of reality shows that you have to wonder sometimes. Like Elizabeth, I think she was on CSI, and they're all actors. So you have to take a part of what they do as dramatics. Do I think they don't like her? Yes, but do I think like they're putting on for the show? Of course.
Mm.
Well,
That could be a true statement. What you thinking, Perry? What
no,
you
that's
thinking?
true. I mean, I know what you're saying, but even though a person is acting out something, more likely they acting out somebody's reality somewhere, right? Do you feel me? It's like most people don't just act; they act about something that they feel that's going on in other places, or even though you act and you trying to project something that's somewhat real. So as far as watching the show, they could be acting, but we can only look at it from a perspective like we're actually watching this show, watching them do what they do. So we can only
But
respond to that.
you don't think they watched previous seasons, and you don't think they saw what does well, and then production's like, oh, well, Brittany do this. It's it's a lot of like
Oh no!
that.
Now, Balabi, I get what you're saying, but what I'm saying is this: when you watch those characters on these shows, do you
Yeah.
think it's somebody in this world that actually act like that?
Yeah.
Me too. So we basically only taking that and putting judgment on those actions. You see what I'm saying? Now it could be ridiculous, but typically the stuff we see, it can look unbelievable, and they could be acting themselves. But somewhere in this world, somebody is actually acting like that, and so we only putting judgment on that part. You feel me?
Yeah. Hey, well, Ablavi and D Brooklyn, I'm gonna bring y'all back up. Y'all stay backstage for me, please. I'm gonna bring y'all right back up. I got more people waiting in the background to come up. There go Malika.
What's up, Malika?
What's up? Drop
Hi
the
guys,
jewels.
how are you?
We doing great. Yourself?
Doing good. How you
Oh,
doing?
I'm doing good. It's 2:30 in the morning here.
You should be sleeping.
Woo! You stayed up for this? Oh yeah, we gotta hear what you gotta say. Sound off.
I really think that you guys picked a good topic. Now, from my understanding, I would say this, that um, it's not necessarily the culture itself. I find that the culture can be used as a tool or a form of control, rather, if an individual has controlling behavior in some way. If it's some type of, imbalanced or unhealthy relationship. If a woman may be feeling, having, codependent behavior or insecure, and she feels like, she needs to be dominated in some way that makes her feel like she's loved, maybe then the man may use that as a form of control. Like, okay, if you want to be with me, you have to be a certain kind of way. Does that make sense? It's not
Yes.
necessarily the culture itself that dominates, but it can be used as a form of control to make a person be a certain kind of way that maybe that man wants her to be. And it can go both ways. A woman, like say Lisa, she tried to control Usman in many ways, as much as she tried to, because not necessarily Nigerians, but like House of Fulani in their tribe in Nigeria. That's how they are. They're very dominant over the women. She is correct about that. It's not the religion. It has to do with the culture in the tribe, because I'm married to a Yoruba man who happens to be Muslim, but he doesn't behave that way.
So, and basically what you're saying too, Brittany could be controlling over Yazan, right?
No, I think what's happening there is that it's gotten to the point where now, okay, with the show, them saying they want to get married, because I don't think it's real. Them saying they want to get married, they have to involve the parents. And so because they're involving the parents are very culturally ground. They're very religious. They're saying to Yazan, okay, now if you want to be with this woman, she has to be such and such a way. She has to be familiar with the culture, wanting to be open to embracing the religion, getting away from her social media escapades, and want to live the life of a Jordanian woman. You know, and that may not necessarily be what Yazan is expecting of her, but it's because of that expectation that they're going in that direction and putting it and exploiting it on television. One thing that someone pointed out interesting, you know, Zane from Zane's Daily, he did a video saying something about how, you know, Brittany low-key flipped off his parents. She was pretending she was adjusting her scarf, but really she was giving them the finger. Very disrespectful.
Well, I think B. Brooklyn sized that up, and basically, at the end of the day, it do come to just a form of respect, and she's not giving it. She won't respect, but she's not willing to give it. And
it's deliberate for drama. Yeah, like you said, Perry, she's doing it deliberately for drama.
I mean, because she know that. I mean, let's keep it real. She know they would never get married. I mean, because in the States, you ain't gonna be married to two people. She can't even get a divorce. So how's she gonna get married?
Yeah, she doesn't need the Asian man to even get a divorce. She doesn't need him.
Exactly.
She could just file on her own.
Yeah.
So Malika, do you believe that man should dominate in a relationship with marriage? Do you believe that man, even if they ain't got no job, they don't do nothing, they don't provide for the family, do you believe that the man needs to dominate?
No, I don't. To say the word dominate, absolutely not. Now, if you want to take like the dynamic in my marriage, we are a partnership.
Yes.
But I find that my husband, I like that he's a leader. You have to have a leader in the home who is going to like be forthright and maybe execute decisions. Okay, let's even look in Yazan's mother and father. Now, the father, he executes decisions that the mother makes. Because if you see, the mother finally steps in and is like, whoa, 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 you know, this is not going right. And she starts sounding off. The mother is the one that behind the scenes does all the running of the house and makes decisions, but it's the father that executes them.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I agree with that.
So you have a partnership, but you may have a leader in the home that executes certain decisions.
I agree with you, Malika. You make a lot of sense. That's why I brought you up. Can you stay in the background? I'm gonna bring somebody else up because you was a jewel to this channel, and I love it. I love the fact that you bring in your input. I just love it. I'm gonna bring you right back up. I'm gonna bring up Cherie again. I'm gonna bring her up again and see what she has to say. I'll bring you.
That agreement. I second that agreement for you, Gio, with Malika. If you're in a partnership. I think dominating is a bad choice of words.
You're supposed to submit.
You're not really supposed to submit, really. I go as the couple. If you're in a relationship, it should be a partnership, and before anything is done, you should discuss it with one another. And I agree with Malika as well. We'll say, you're supposed to have a leader that can make decisions when it needs and stuff like that. But that's a completely different situation night and day versus something using a word like dominating. Dominating leads more to more manipulation kind of territory. and nobody likes to be manipulated. So if you're in a relationship, I personally think that both individuals have to be on the same page and have to bounce ideas off each other if they're making decisions, especially the big major ones.
Yeah.
So that's my take on it.
But I was saying by dominate, I was saying this basically. Look at Andrei and Libby's relationship. Andrei, he wants to dominate. You see what I mean? He is dominating. Like he's controlling, he's controlling, abusive, and he's dominating his relationship. I could look at him and tell, like, oh yeah, this man don't care about nothing. If it ain't his way, he ain't hearing it.
He's always Moldovia.
Yeah, he gonna go crazy.
Do we like? You think he's abusive to her?
Oh yeah, that's abusive.
Mm-hmm.
That is abusive.
I think the better choice of words is controlling.
Yeah.
If he just wants to have this today, black and white,
abusive and dominating the relationship.
Control stuff.
Yeah, hey.
You don't pay nothing. You don't do nothing around the house. You don't pay no bills. You don't want to clean up. You barely want to watch the kids, and the kid is your kid.
But you know, the father, he's a stand-up father. Like, my dad would not go for that.
Oh, hell no. My dad was like, no, Nikki.
My dad would have whooped his ass.
Okay, hey, Cherie, I'm gonna drop you. I got my main partner backstage. You know, we the three trio. So I'm gonna bring my partner up here real quick. You feel me, y'all? You know what I'm talking about.
Caribbean lovers in the house.
He didn't need it. Let me bring him up here. Let me see what my boy got to say. What he do?
What's up? Yo, listen. It should be balanced, but what I gotta say is, if you meet somebody in the airport and they cuss you out because the producer's out and they cuss themselves out, stay away from that person. Because when Yazan got mad at the airport, Yazan actually cussed himself. The producer said, "Why are you cussing?" He said, "No, I cussed me." I see, like, what the hell is going on?
D, can we get some doubles?
Say again?
Can we get some doubles?
What? Say it again?
Can we get some doubles?
Nah, I ain't from Trinidad, man.
Where you from?
I'm from St. Lucia. You get doubles in Trinidad.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I ain't from Trinidad.
I'm from Barbados.
Oh, cheese and bread, man. I've been to Barbados because you know that's where the embassy is. So I've been to Barbados a couple of times.
You're supposed to be in St.
Martin.
Yeah, St. Martin. I was just
yeah, but Gio and Perry.
What's up now? Talk to us.
Do you think a man should dominate the relationship, Perry?
No, I don't. I mean, basically, I think it should be a give and take. Now, of course,
it should be balanced. It should be balanced.
In a relationship, of course, we're gonna have different roles. Like, and typically in the States, whatever, the man would be like the go-getter, like the one that's working. The wife would typically. I'm not saying that she get to stay in the house and don't work. I'm saying, but typically is expected to take care of the kids. You know what I'm saying? Like the home, like the father should protect the home. I mean, you wouldn't, if somebody was breaking in your house, you wouldn't send your wife to protect, right? But certain roles you have. The man's gonna go and confront that. And when it comes down to nurturing that baby, the man could do it, and it's a give and take on both sides. But typically, it's designed for the woman. You know what I'm saying? Just not, the way things are. And I think it should be.
But nowadays, women are so like they're more into being independent, some of them. So because I respect women and I love women, because some women they're the breadwinner, they get things going, they do stuff in the house, they take care of the business. And some men need to step up and be at the same level. That's why I say it's gotta be balanced, because some men, they just all they about is just probably just not working. Well, example, submit.
Right.
I mean, what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, he's basically saying that the man should try to step up, but then you get some men who just take advantage of their situation because he could be doing a whole lot more. No, I feel you.
Man,
Yeah, because imagine Summit. I was saying with Summit when they moved into that house. Remember they had that cow.
Yeah.
I feel like, man, those people turn up in India. It's time to take a trip to India and go to a house party. Because imagine the cops coming in there, and arresting a drunk cow, man. I start like, what the hell is going on? But you know, I enjoy watching 90 Day Fiance, and I think like he's an example, and he moved us to the hood. You understand? So some men just need to just really step up and just play the role they're supposed to play.
Yep.
Right.
Completely agree.
But I just have to just call in for a little bit. I'll talk to you guys some other time. I gotta get back to work.
Okay, my brother. You be good. Man. Be safe out there.
Thanks for calling out. Keep you up forever. You heard me?
Gio.
Yo.
Do what you do.
Hey, DD.
Do
what you do. Please, man.
All right, brother.
All right, man.
All right.
All right, my bro. I'm gonna see you in a minute. That's my boy, man. That's my boy. Hey, Queen Cascade backstage too. I'm gonna let her up and give her input.
What's up, Queen?
Cut off guard.
Well, go on, everybody.
Hey, what's happening?
Good evening.
Tell me
here.
And we know
to
you
be
got
honest,
something.
I've missed the first 5 minutes of what you.
Oh, so you want to
hear
know?
me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Want to know what we talking about?
I came in when, is it Malika? I apologize if I've said their name incorrectly. I came in at the end of what Malika was saying in regards to Muslim marriage. So I caught the end, but I'm going to have to go back and rewatch. But I thought I'd just pop in and say hello to everybody because I haven't seen everybody in a hot second and I've been keeping track of what's going on through the week in the last couple of days.
Well, basically in short, I mean, today's discussion is a lot of cultures may do this, but Gio's question is, should a man dominate a relationship between a man and a woman? Should the man be the dominator?
You can tell how Queen Cascade looking on me and cut off. She about to say no.
No, I'm thinking about the I think it's difficult because in different cultures there's different, in terms of how the dynamics work. I think in general it needs to be a conversation because people talk about dominance and submission, but there's dominance and submission either way in either thing. Even if you're submissive, you can still be passive aggressive and still dominate the relationship in different ways. Do you get what I'm saying? So I think it's a general conversation that needs to be had between the parties. And just in terms of because situations change in relationships, like you're saying about women being more independent, and sometimes things change in the relationship and the woman has to take the reins or the man has to take the reins. I think the conversations are necessary to say, okay, if this happens in the future, how are we going to deal with it? How do you want to respond to those kind of things? Do you know what I mean? So that you're kind of prepared in a sense for, what's avenue A, what's avenue B, what's avenue C and things.
No, I got you. No, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, no, I mean, me personally, I think it's a certain dynamics you're gonna have in every relationship, and it's okay for the woman to be the breadwinner, but it's still equal parts. Like it balances it out. Somebody's gonna wash the dishes, somebody's gonna take out the trash, somebody's gonna go cut the grass, somebody's gonna do this. It don't matter which way it goes, but it should be equal respect to both partners. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I can't give you all this respect and do all this and not get anything back in return.
Hold on. Y'all, look at this. I just want to bring out this comment right here. This caught me off guard. I would gladly submit to my husband and let him think he dominates me. For what?
No. But the key was let him think.
Yeah, that's the key word.
Because as long as he's thinking that, he might do wonderful things because he feel like he's the king. You know what I'm saying? You never know.
True, but why want to pursue a man thinking that he's dominating the relationship? Why shouldn't it be 50-50? Why shouldn't
That's
it
what I
be?
was saying earlier. It should be a partnership. It should be equal give and take.
Yes.
It's sad to say that there's actually some men that feel threatened if the woman is the breadwinner, or if both are the breadwinner, and then they start, the ego gets in the way, and then all hell breaks loose. So there's those niche set of men as well that feel threatened if the woman is the breadwinner as well.
Yes.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm not threatened by a woman that's the breadwinner because I know
I'm
one.
not saying you.
No, I know what you think. I'm gonna just say what I'm gonna say. Look, I'm gonna get out there and I'm gonna get that money. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go out there and work, and then I'm gonna go to school. I'm trying to be the man, but I ain't trying to be dominant to my woman. I want my woman to sometimes tell me things, and I get it. Okay, it's time to shut up. You know what I'm saying? Like that. I like when my woman does that. You know what I'm saying? Like when she be like, "Look, you wrong." You know what I'm saying? Instead of me being like, "Nah, you be quiet. Don't say nothing." What kind of relationship is that? You know what I'm saying? Like you can't run a relationship like that. And you're right about that. I keep forgetting your name. Kathy Jones. What's your husband's name?
Oh,
Desmond.
Yes.
Desmond.
I keep
It's a popular West Indian name.
I'm gonna have to put Kathy and Desmond. You know what I'm saying? You go look, because he got some insight. You know what I'm saying? That man got some insight. You got a good one on your hand. You know what I'm saying? But it's like this. But why is Libby dealing with Andrei? Well, Andrei, let me roll my tongue right. Why is she dealing with that man and he ain't got nothing?
Because Andrei is cute for right now.
You said he cute for right now?
Andrei got a body. Andrei has this chauvinistic type of thing. So she feels like if she goes somewhere and Andrei gets in a bar fight, Andrei can fight. Listen, I know it sounds so stupid. It does. But Libby is going through her high school teenage years with Andrei. No grown woman with their, in the
right mind,
never be dealing with Andrei, talking to him crazy. You see how his friends was when he was around the friends. The friends was like, "What are you talking about, Andrei? You don't work." They look at him like you're a loser.
Exactly.
You see, there's a lot of people out there that base their relationship for wrong reasons and they don't even have a solid foundation. So, like, I honestly think that the only reason that she's probably still with him is not. Looks is only skin deep. I personally think it's for shallow reasons. If that works for her, fine, it's fine. But in the long run, it's gonna come back and bite her.
Oh yeah.
No woman in the right mind is gonna, no man or woman in the right mind is gonna be with someone if they're not bringing anything to the table, unless it's some from shallow reasons or whatnot. So.
But a six pack does help the situation.
But what, pal?
Okay.
I'll take a six-pack. A bottle of Coke over the six-pack.
Yeah.
Hold on, Pat.
The six-pack.
A six-pack.
No job. That's real something.
Hold on. Let me tell you something right now. It ain't because of the six-pack and how this man look. It's because he put a baby in that woman and they got a child together. That's why she dealing with. I honestly think that's why she dealing with him. Other than that, she would have been left, because he told me, how about you ask your dad to go there for the wedding? Go ask you go ask him, like, dang, like, dude, you just told your wife literally to go ask her dad.
But like Perry said last time, this goes to show this is why buy the cow when you get it for free. If his own friends were looking at Andrei crazy, like, what are you talking about? You don't work. America has changed you and all these other things. They're blaming America for Andrei's antics, but it has nothing to do with that. It's because Andrei now is living off the cow for free. Why am I going to work when I know you can call your dad?
Man, he that's a lazy excuse for a man to use another man for an excuse.
A man should always have a backup plan.
Preach.
I mean,
hey, I'm gonna drop y'all, and I got people in the background waiting. I'm gonna bring y'all back up. Y'all stay in the background for me. You know what I'm saying? I love y'all. Y'all come right back. All right.
When it comes to when you were saying about dominating, because I've had a little time to sort of think about it, that there's a major difference between dominating and leading. Very, very big difference. There's a difference between, to me, I would prefer that a man lead, but in a man leading, you've got to know that he's got the leadership skills to lead the family. If he doesn't have that skill set, then if, like you said, sometimes, you know, a woman might have to do certain things that the man's not good at. The man might have to take up certain things that the woman's not good at. So if it's a case of that, then fair enough. But I think domination is completely different from leading. Hey, Malika.
Hey,
You're
love,
right.
how are you?
I'm good. I love hearing you talk because you talk the truth, and I love it, man.
Oh, thank you. You're so sweet. You know, I wanted to agree with you. So, you know, basically, when we're talking about that leadership, at the end of the day, it comes to a healthy dynamic in the home, full of open communication and honesty.
Mm.
You know,
No.
if you have an individual that may want to
Definitely.
dominate or control, there's a huge level of insecurity coming from that individual, whether it's the male or the female.
Yeah,
And they do it in different ways. The man can be
definitely.
very overt in his controlling. A woman can be very manipulative and passive aggressive in her controlling.
Definitely.
So it just depends
And
on the
Andrei is
dynamic.
very. I didn't like the way that he said about the whole, you know, about, well, his friends thinking that America made him lazy when it's him that's lazy. It's a choice. You make a choice to get up. You make a choice to go and do something constructive. I was actually thinking about the fact that, you know, I remember a section where didn't Libby go and pay for his trucking license and towards a truck and things like that. So to me, it's like, okay, well, by this point, you could be doing like Robert and doing the Uber, or you could be doing things. I've known guys, my friends, obviously it's probably not advisable now with the pandemic and everything that's gone on before. But I have friends that have been taxi drivers and they've put their children in the seat and they've run up all day and continue to look after their child while running a taxi. So to me, Andrei's full of BS.
Yeah.
A lot
I
of
guess
BS.
somebody's trying to get in the background. I don't mean to cut y'all off, so I'm gonna start. Can
No,
everybody in the
that's
background like leave so I can see who this is trying to come in the background? But keep talking. I need everybody in the background right now to leave to see who's trying to come in here. But y'all keep talking about what y'all talking
go
about.
ahead, Malika.
Andrei.
I really think that he is living off that TLC tip is what it is. He doesn't have to do really much anything because they're stuck on TLC. Is this their second or third season if we're including the quarantine?
Yeah, we're going into the, I think,
You know, so
It is a
he's
going
second.
into
stuck
4
in
now.
he doesn't have
They've
to
been
do
married at
anything.
least, it's been 2 years. They've been married.
So for me, in my mind, I feel like he's like, this is my job. I don't have to do anything else.
Right, exactly. I mean, once he got that gig and left his country, because his country probably is not that expensive to live. So when he started making that money and came to the United States, he felt like, hey, I already made it. This is what I got to do. And then if we need any extra, Elizabeth, go and ask your father for it. He'll give it. That's what he's
right.
But the guy is a lazy, sorry excuse for a man. No matter how we look at it, that's what he is. But you got men that way. You got women that way. You got some people who just don't have a giddy up and go. And he's one of them. And I think the reason why she's still with him, I wouldn't say the six pack. I think she's very immature, probably lonely, just want to have somebody in her life. Now that they have the baby, it probably put more pressure on her to try to wait and see if things work out. But she's immature now. One day she will mature and she'll see that's something she don't want anymore. And that relationship will not work. That's what I'm thinking.
She's putting it down, that Andrei's putting it down and it's got her in a brain fog.
Yeah. But see, you know what? Now putting it down will get you so far. But in a couple of years, they want you to start doing more than putting it down. They want you to put it up too. You know what I'm saying? And
hey, Queen Cascade, I'm gonna drop you and I'm gonna bring up little Joe. And Malika, stay in the background. I'm gonna drop you and bring up Desiree. I don't know how to say her name. You know, I'm bad with names, but
me too.
Okay, good to see you, Cascade.
Stay in the background. Come bring you right back up.
Gio, I just say next.
What's up, guys?
What's up?
I just want to tell you guys
Hi,
that
Gio.
I like Andrei
He's a lazy ass bum.
Hold on. Hold up. You can't say words on this channel. You get me banned. Now you gotta calm down. Like if you're gonna say lazy A, you can say lazy A. You know what I'm saying? Just don't come up here and be explosive. You know what I'm saying?
I won't be explosive, but I don't like guys that are like that. I just don't like guys. I just don't like guys doing that to women.
Yeah.
You know, it's you're the man. You know, in the Bible it says,
Man don't work, he don't
eat. I'm right about that. That's my sister Tamara in the background.
I'm asking who is that in the background because they trying to get the input too.
Yes.
I tell you
We're from Philadelphia and we crazy around here.
Let me say this: if that's true, what Desiree said about if a man don't work, he won't eat. Andrei would be a thin sucker, wouldn't he?
He wouldn't have no 6-pack. He have a 2-pack.
I mean, the first time I saw him, I knew he was grimy. I really did. I knew he was grimy.
So what do you feel about man like him, or either man even like let's say a Usman, I either submit, I either who else is Michael? I can't talk about my butt Michael. You know what I'm saying?
No. I mean,
let's cut that one shook. You know, dominating the relationship. Michael can't dominate nothing. You know, Angela dominate that whole relationship. She ain't play. Shut up, Michael. You know what I'm saying?
but
I love Angela. I really do love Angela. She's a good person.
She might dominate, but she go 50-50 though. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I mean, now, so I wouldn't really call that dominating. At times, both parties will dominate certain things if you look at it as certain things. Sometimes he'll go off and say something, she got to back down or whatever. So, but she's really 50-50 in my opinion with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that relationship could be good. But submit, he's like, he ain't producing anything. He's there with his hands out.
He sit back on that bed like this.
Mm-hmm.
He's a con man.
Exactly. Well, just wait on my divorce in 5 or 6 years. Just wait on it.
Huh?
Yes,
That's the myth. That's the myth.
Jenny. What? But how you say her name? Desiree?
Yeah, Desiree.
I'm gonna drop you, Desiree. Just stay in the background. Sometime pop up with your picture. I'm gonna let little Joe do her thing and speak it. I'm gonna bring back Blavy. If Blavy you there? I'm gonna bring you back up.
What's up,
Hi there, Gio.
Okay.
I know the thing with the Andrei and Elizabeth there. I noticed from the very beginning, she likes to be controlled. I bet you all her life she could do whatever she wanted, and she didn't have any control, and she likes being controlled. And he thinks, oh, he's got her wrapped around his finger to do anything for him. Why should he work? Why should he do anything? I mean, really, if you look at this whole situation, that's what I think it is. She likes to be bossed around, even though she acts on TV that she doesn't like it.
Well, you know what, little Joe, you got to have a point because at some point she got to like some of it to stick around.
Yeah.
I mean, and I've met people that way.
I think he needs to have a frying pan upside his head once in a while because he's so darn nasty, you know?
Yeah.
It's number 9 frying pan. Good. Boom. Okay. Say, don't act like that, you know?
Mm-hmm. No, I agree.
Yeah, no. And that submit guy, he's just sitting back. He knows he's playing her. And I don't know how long this is going to go on. It's ridiculous.
I'm starting to think at this point she know he playing.
Oh, yeah. But
I mean,
I wonder
4 to 5 years
or are
for
they
a
just going
divorce.
to be pen pals from now on, you know?
45 years.
It's crazy. I don't know.
Maybe because your husband ain't worth a damn.
She isn't getting any
You know who
younger.
we need to talk about?
Who?
Larissa. Larissa really bothered me this week. You know, I really tried to give women the benefit of the doubt, but Larissa is one of the most ape shit women they've ever had on this show.
I'm tired of her.
How dare she have 3 kids in Brazil and she's asking a man to pay for new boobs, not for her to be an American citizen, not to give the money back to her father who's taking care of the children, but for boobs? Are you kidding me?
Well, that's
She
her.
doesn't even look like herself anymore with all the
No.
makeup, all the work she's had done.
Not at all.
No, she's got to go back.
She don't need her
children. Go back.
She don't need her children. That was awful.
Pack her up.
Oh,
Lord.
No, I agree with you.
Just bothered me.
And Colt
that
and
was
his mother going down to Brazil.
That was
like ridiculous.
I'm sick of them.
I think she should stay
Debbie
down
is
there.
so rude. Debbie is so rude.
They are.
What's wrong
How
with
you
you?
put yourself in that relationship? Debbie is so rude. Ooh.
I wonder how Debbie and baby Lisa would get along. Those two.
They would love each other. Debbie need to go on the show and find herself a man. She needs something
It'd
to
be
do.
the battle of the wills. You know? That should be a spinoff. Let's see who gets the longest.
And if we talking about ancient men, why are we not talking about Paul?
Oh, Paul, forget it.
That house.
He's gone.
That house was ridiculous.
And now they're having another baby.
That looked like, I was like, is this a trap house? What was that?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna drop you out there. Yeah, I'm at the drop you.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna drop you out to there.
You gonna be
out there for a minute.
Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath.
Take it easy,
Deep
kid.
breath. Deep breath.
Yeah, man.
Think of something positive. Think about Lisa right now. Think about Lisa.
That ain't even funny. Woo! I'm gonna drop you out there for a minute. Hold on. Y'all ain't letting up. Hold on. Oh Lord Jesus, help me. Oh, let me bring somebody else. Let me bring somebody up, yo.
What is wrong with the boy?
I got tears falling out my eyes. You hear me? Oh, Lord.
All right, he got issues. He got issues. He got issues.
Oh, Lord Jesus. Whoa.
Issues.
What was that?
You know, with Paul, when Paul ran into, there was an episode where, I think it was before they got married, and he ran into the woods.
The chicken coop? The chicken coop? When he ran into that chicken coop, he was...
He's done it.
I'm on mute.
He's done it. Before even the chicken coop, there was another episode, I'm sure of it, where he was, I don't know if he was going to talk to her dad about criminal records.
Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh, he ran into the woods and he had a nervous breakdown. There's something really wrong with him. There's something really wrong with him.
And then, now that you brung up Paul, and then Karini want us to feel sorry for her. She knew what he was about when he was in that chicken coop.
But it's gonna coincide with that. I know. Okay, y'all done laughing.
Yeah.
Gio?
Well, now Gio, now we got to give him a break.
I'm good.
Okay, so I had a real live. I live in DC, and this guy approached me, and he's from Cameroon.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a nice guy. And he asked me to marry him. He here on a work visa.
Uh-huh.
So he can bring his wife over from Cameroon. I was like, I'm not about, that's a federal law. No. I said, why would you pick me out of all people?
How much cash was he talking about? How much money?
I got asked Vietnamese. I got asked 30,000.
I would have did it. I would have did it. I would have given that 30K.
No, I'm not about to get locked up for nobody.
Oh no, I feel you.
I would have got locked up for that 30K.
Gio, for 30,000, his wife will be here in 90 days.
But it's easier for a male than a female, I think.
Oh yeah, no, it is. I mean, because
we just want the cash.
No. I'm gonna tell you why though. Because until his wife get here, he gonna need somebody to fill in.
Uh-huh.
And that's
I said, if I do that, I said, what you want me to do with you?
Yeah.
Cherie, you mean to tell me you turned down $30,000? 30K? Ooh, you real tough sucker, because I would have fell into it. You hear me? I would have been like, hey, come on. You can bring your cousin, your grandmama.
But I'm good. I don't need that. Like, first of all, my fiance passed away last year, so.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah. So no, I'm not into all that.
Oh no, Cherie, now Ashley, we just playing with you. We just joking around.
No, I'm fine with it. But I was like,
but for real,
I
though,
said,
30,000.
I said maybe we can find somebody for you, but I don't know. He's trying to bring his wife over. I said, well, I don't know what to tell you. I said, did you watch 90 Day Fiance? He was like, what? I've never heard of that. I said, watch it, please. And then call me back.
My nose running. You know what? I'm Queen Cascade and Cherie. I'm going to thank y'all for calling in. I'm going to let y'all down. I'm going to let some other people up because we got a lot of stuff going. We got a lot of callers in the background waiting. I'm going to bring up my boy D Brooklyn real quick. And I'm going to bring up man, I can't bring a little I can't do it. I'm going to end it with Malika, Avalon, and Lil Joe. Y'all, is there any final words y'all got to say? Deep Brooklyn and Cafe Jones. You know.
Go ahead, Cafe. I got to get my stuff together. Hold on.
I said all my 2 cents already.
I'm sorry, what you said, Perry?
His name Desmond, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just trying to make sure. If I say it a couple times, then I remember.
Just call it Des for short.
Okay, Des, I got you.
Yeah.
I got you too. That'll work. So what's up, D Brooke? Talk to us, man. Y'all okay? I mean, we're going through some things right about now. I mean, you know what? Maybe because I'm drinking this. Maybe.
Yeah, you ain't had.
I'm sober tonight too.
That drink is looking kind of weak, Perry.
Yeah, it's that cool blue. It's that cool blue. Because I'm gonna save the other one for tonight.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. I got to save it for tonight. I mean, because if I start drinking now, I might pass out on the air.
Well, we got some more Ellington peach whiskey to go around for ourselves.
Right, there you go. Make sure you save some for 7 o'clock.
10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Is there any final words y'all got to say before I bring back the funniest people that had me crying? Yeah, man.
Yo.
Just thank you so much for allowing us on. Your topics are amazing, and
as always.
Yeah. Topics are great.
Yeah, man, you know, y'all come on back. Hold on, let me fix my throat. Y'all come on back in here, you know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all
tomorrow too, we'll be on my show, but we don't know what we're going to talk about yet.
Perry ain't gonna tell it what. Perry, we're going to go 7-Eleven at 2 o'clock in the morning so we can be ready for the show.
Matter of fact, I might roll past 7-Eleven myself at 2 o'clock so I can have.
Hey, so when y'all got this dating site up for Didi?
Perry's looking for a different type of
7-Eleven snacks.
What you say?
When y'all getting this dating site up for Didi?
Well, see now.
Y'all gotta have music to it too. Mr. Plumber, Mom, they call him Mr. Plumber.
Yes.
Sponsored by Heineken. Shot me in the background with girls.
He was falling out.
Oh man.
Yo, I gotta go before I.
I know. Brooklyn, peace and love, Kathy Jones. I'm saying I'm gonna bring up little Joe. Avalon. I'm saying
I love your channel. I love calling into you guys. You're great. And I just can't wait for the next show on Sunday to see what other exciting thing is going to happen.
Yeah, we're gonna find something to talk about tomorrow. Something's gonna go down.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be good. I think.
Listen, it's too much. It's too much. Tomorrow, though, we got to talk about love after lockup because we're going to go in with them too. With that.
No, Avalon, tonight, Sherelle's doing a lockup party, block party.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even ask you, little Joe.
Tonight.
Yeah, tonight. Yeah.
Who is in the background?
With me? That's my husband. He's got you get knocked off the channel. That's a
any last words?
You'll be on the floor.
It was a great topic that y'all brought up today. I appreciate that. So we can bring some insight on some of the behaviors that we see on that show.
Bye, guys.
Okay, take care, Joe. I'm sorry, Malika. Look, Joe was talking. What did you say?
I'm sorry. I was saying that it was a great topic that you all brought today for the show because it allowed us to speak on a lot of behaviors that we see that are inappropriate on 90 Day Fiance.
Okay, well, if you can think of another topic, we'll be back on tomorrow.
Debbie, that's the topic we need to go on. These mothers and their ridiculousness.
But if we talk about the mothers, it's only one mother we can really talk about, isn't it?
No, it's Arabella's mother. It's not Jihoon, the girl. Devon's mother. She was falling in the car.
Devon's mom, she's ignorant.
Oh my God.
True.
Look, let me sleep on the mama thing.
Yeah, because you get real disrespectful. You might have somebody come after you.
I got to be nice to the mothers.
Oh my Lord, Jesus, help me.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm all right. You and Lil Joe killed it. You hear me? Y'all had me crying. Y'all was back to back. Y'all wouldn't let up. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to watch the replay again. And y'all gonna see what y'all was saying. And, whew, I don't even know how to end the show well, but I'm gonna holler at y'all tomorrow, tonight. I'm gonna see y'all tonight.
Yep.
All right.
7 o'clock on Sherelle's show. You know what I'm saying? My nose is kind of running because y'all got me laughing, crying. I got allergies. You know what I'm saying? But, hey, peace and love. I love you.
Right, y'all.
You ladies take care. And thanks for coming in.
Man, what was that? Did you hear me? Damn fool. Ooh, Perry, is there any words you gotta say before we bounce up out of here?
I ain't got nothing to say. I got to go ahead and recoup for the night. I got to get ready. I got to get rid of this.
Yeah, for real. Look, you better have a Heineken tonight, ain't you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Not because your husband ain't worth a damn.
Ain't
So
worth a damn.
that's crazy. You hear me? Hey, but I'm gonna holler at you in a minute, my boy.
All right, my brother. I'll holler at you.
All right, yep. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all tune in to the lives. Hold on, I got a little left. Like and subscribe to the channel. Y'all make sure y'all tune in. You know what I'm saying? Follow me on Instagram at Geo Malak, Geo_Malak_it. And make sure y'all tune in. Sometimes I have to go live, you know what I'm saying? Just some random stuff. I last saw my eyes and turn red. You know what I'm saying? But make sure y'all subscribe to this channel, especially. This is Geo Malak, GEO_MALAK. Peace and love, y'all. God bless everybody out there. Y'all stay up, keep your head high, and don't get into any domestic relationships. Stay away. Do what you do. Like my boy Perry say. I'ma holler at y'all. Peace and love.